Alright guys, here we are down at Golf Central tonight and we have the new Wilson Staff C300 Forged. Sounded good?
Oh, straight over the tree.
C300 Forged. Now they do come in two different models, the C300,
Yep.
which is a slightly bigger headed cast model, and there is also this one here which is C300 Forged.
Yep.
Made of 8620 carbon steel. Do you know what that means?
Yep. It's carbon steel.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Of course, it's different grades. I mean, some of your other manufacturers using 1020 and 1025, and at the end of the day, they're just slightly different grades. Doesn't mean one's really better than the other, I wouldn't think.
No.
One might cost more, but it doesn't mean that one's that much better.
Not really.
Let's just talk about feel straight away. They feel like most forged irons out there. They're pretty soft feeling.
Yep.
They've got that duller sort of a sound when you hit them. That's probably the only criticism I actually have about yours, say the 545s and the 565s from the Richardson range.
Yep.
They have quite a higher pitched ting to them.
Yeah,
not so much
but they
ting.
do have a welded face on the front.
Correct, yeah, okay, yeah,
Right.
that's
so
true.
I
So
think
it's a
that's
little
what gives
bit,
it that little bit harder sort of feel.
Yep.
Rather than true forged. So the
Correct.
rest of the club is sort of forged, but then it's got the welded sort of face.
that's
on
right,
the
and
front.
that's that loudness to
Yeah,
it.
and that's that loudness, and that's why. Do you want? I don't mind those.
Pretty much traditional loft. 7-iron I think is 33 degrees, which is 1 degree-ish strong on standard.
Yep.
Which is pretty damn good.
Yep.
What are those things in the bottom?
Oh, the power holes at the bottom. So we've got, so they go across the bottom and then there's one up to the toe, but there's none on the top.
Yeah, where the normal
Which-
C300, the bigger headed one, has
Yep.
it a couple on the top and
Yep.
in the toe.
Look, that top line's a medium sort of size line. It's not.
It probably to me sits in between, say, the Richardson 5 series and the 7 series.
And I think that's what I don't mind.
It's
It's a little bit smaller,
really
but
good.
it's not thin.
No, it's certainly not
Right?
thin.
So to me, it looks like there's still some meat to the club. Look, I've hit these.
Maybe a bit bigger than AP2, maybe.
Yeah, yep.
Like it's actually
do you know what they
looks quite good.
a little bit similar. A bit like the maybe the AP3.
Yeah, okay. AP3 talks to
Yep,
people.
yep. So a little bit more like the AP3. Look, I like them. So when you go into the wedge doesn't have the. So what they, I think it's about the 8-iron. They stop having the power holes.
So good. Yeah, 8-iron down.
So 8-iron down. There's no power holes. But you know, look, nice clean finish on the back. For a forged club, they're nice and shiny. I know Al doesn't like that, but I love the traditional chrome shiny
Hey, Richard,
feel.
they go a long way.
They look, they go really well. Look, I think
They actually go quite
for someone like myself that is not an atrocious player.
For traditional-ish loft, 1
Yes.
degree strong, they go quite a distance.
Yep, I reckon they get good distance out of them. I would certainly put these up against mine.
Yes.
The thing I like is that, like the back, it's just a nice, clean-looking back. It doesn't have the undercut. They sit well on the ground. They look nice from the top. They feel really good. They go really well.
Like that, and that's what I was saying. Like for 33 degrees and 29 degrees, 7-iron,
Yep.
6-iron, they go pretty bloody far.
Yeah,
Like 7-iron again's going around the 170 mark, which is bloody crazy out of something that's only 1 degree stronger than say my current clubs.
Yep.
And that's where I think technology needs to go with say Wilson's and Taylor's and all the other companies. If they can make a club that is a forged club or a forged feeling club,
Yep.
that's not super strong, that looks good, that goes a long way, which they're starting to do,
Yeah.
that's a huge market that they can grab.
Look, I think so, because I know. Look, I've hit plenty of clubs, plenty of
Yeah.
blades. You know, they always look beautiful. And don't get me wrong, probably from the 7-iron down, I can probably use them.
Yeah,
But then I need to alternate something through my set.
yeah.
So, and that's the problem that you have is then you suddenly you got, you know, 4, 5, 6-iron that's going to be different than the rest of the.
Yeah.
As where this,
True.
look, I think I could put these in my bag and transition very easy and very comfortable.
Yeah, I think they
Like-
they're probably as forgiving as to say the Richardson 5 series or thereabouts.
Yep.
Just look a little bit smaller and just feel maybe that little bit better. It certainly doesn't have that
Yeah,
louder
I think it's that
noise. Yeah,
certainly that face.
more your solid forge.
Look, I think they look good. I
the-
like the look of them.
it's clean.
Yeah, yep.
It's just shiny.
Yep. I think for me, because you still want something that performs reasonably well.
Well,
So you have to be careful that you don't go too...
well, you need to get fit. So potentially something
Yeah.
that's really strong is not good for you, or something really weak's not good for you.
Yep.
And try to use the ball you use, because certainly some balls,
Yep.
as in like the TB5, spin low. So that could detriment to you, like myself, who's already low spin player with their irons.
Yep.
So you got to watch out for that too, because some of these can spin quite low. Numbers wise, again, goes a mile. It actually spins okay, but it definitely launches pretty high.
Yep.
And it feels solid. Like, it is a big-ish head, but it's not huge.
No, it's not huge. Look, I reckon for someone that's sort of mid-handicapper, that's looking for an iron that is forged,
Yep.
so they're prepared to pay for a forged iron.
Still sits below everybody else,
Yep.
price-wise.
Looking for something that still looks good, but you know, I reckon it's definitely worthwhile.
Well, the C
Yep,
in Wilson stands for crossover,
Yep.
and I think it fits very, very well
Yep.
to crossover between the better players, so the V6s and the Blade, and then in between the D series, which is the bigger, more game-improving clubs. I think it sits really, really well in that sort of crossover.
Look, I think it sits perfect in that category of someone like myself. Someone like myself that wants a club that still looks like a golf club,
Yep.
right? But still needs that little bit of forgiveness.
Got some technology,
I know that I can nut some good balls every now and then, but I also know that I'm going to have a couple that are not going to hit so well.
Yeah.
And the problem with, say, a Blade is that one that you hit not so well is horrible.
Correct.
As where this,
It keeps going.
it'll still go all right. I really liked it. The first time we hit them, I thought it was a very, very good club.
Well, we were going to start with this one, so if you're doing this in chronological order, this is the 5th thing we've done tonight.
Yep.
I really wanted to start with this because this iron impresses me the most out of the C300 range, driver fairway hybrid, and the 2 irons. I think this is the most impressive club of the C300 series.
Look, I was very impressed with these
Yeah.
and the hybrid.
Yeah.
They're the two that I instantly hit and went, whoa, I could easily put those in my bag.
Correct.
And I think that's some of those things. But certainly, I would put that up against some other irons that you were looking at. But as far as looks and feel, look, I think they're really well finished. Love the new grips.
Lambkin grips, yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, if you're looking at a new set of irons and you're not 100% sure where to go, throw these in the mix, especially the forged. If you're kind of, say, a slightly bigger headed game improving club and you want to move down, but you don't want to go down to that next level down, it's like I said, it's a bit above an AP2 and maybe a 770 and a Talamate, a bit above that, bigger.
Because look, the
Feels just
AP2 I
good.
rate. I think AP2 is a really good club. Whether it's quite for me, who knows?
Again, you need to go get fit and muck around with them.
But certainly these would suit a lot of people.
That's why I'm impressed.
And they look really good.
I think they're going to suit a lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't write Wilson staff out on your new iron purchase because, very solid.
And do you know what? The power holes, they're on the bottom to help you, and obviously into the toe. You don't see the one in the toe at all. And I really love the fact that they did take those ones out the top, so it does look very much like a traditional iron. I really like the way that it sits. And
no, huge fan. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
The best club in the C300 series. So, guys, go check them out. If you can't find them, try to find them and put them up against whatever you were thinking about getting.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least you give them a go.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for checking out the rest of the C300 stuff.
Beautiful club.
And we'll see you next time. Cheers.